Welcome to Dreamtale Sleep Stories. Tonight's reading is The Island Guardian's Truth. Settle into your bed or sofa and let your shoulders, jaw, and eyelids grow heavy. Inhale slowly, 1, 2, 3, and sigh the air away, allowing the day to fade into quiet dark. With every soft inhale, you invite fresh English phrases. With every gentle exhale, stray thoughts drift farther off. Behind my voice flows a gentle theta wave melody, renowned for guiding the mind toward deep relaxation. Soon the music will shift into soothing alpha wave tones, carrying you toward a calm shoreline of dreams. Keep your eyes closed or follow the captions, whichever feels right. Simply receive the rhythm and resonance of the language. Deep in rest, tonight's phrases will take root like seeds, ready to bloom into stronger English skills with the morning light. When you feel settled, hold that unhurried breath and allow yourself to drift into the tale. The Island Guardian's Truth begins now. And when the story's final line has faded, the music will linger a little longer, carrying you gently deeper into sleep. The Island Guardian's Truth. My name is Aka Oni, and I am the young leader of the Oni who live on this island. People call our home Oni Island, but we call it Peace Island. I want to tell you our true story before it's too late. For hundreds of years, my people have lived quietly on this beautiful island. We are not the monsters that humans think we are. We grow vegetables in our gardens, fish in the clear blue waters, and take care of the animals that live here. Our children play games and laugh just like human children do. I have red skin and 2 small horns on my head, which makes humans afraid of me. But inside, I have the same feelings as any person. I love my family, I worry about my friends, and I dream of a peaceful world where Oni and humans can live together without fear. My father was the leader of our island before me. He taught me that our most important job is to protect this island and help anyone who needs it. The ocean is dangerous, he always said. Sometimes ships crash near our island, and sailors need our help. We must always be ready to save them. For many years, we have rescued dozens of humans from the sea. When their boats break in storms, we swim out to save them. We bring them to our island, give them food and medicine, and help them get back to their homes safely. But somehow, the stories they tell when they return home are always wrong. They say we are terrible monsters who steal and fight. They say we eat people and burn villages. None of this is true, but humans believe these stories anyway. It makes me very sad because we only want to help. 3 days ago, our peaceful life changed forever. I was sitting by the shore, watching the sunset, when I saw a small boat coming toward our island. At first, I was happy. Maybe there were people who needed our help. I called to my friends Ooni and Kioti to come and help me welcome the visitors. But as the boat came closer, I could see that these people were not in trouble. They had weapons, swords, clubs, and bows with arrows. The young man standing at the front of the boat had a determined look in his eyes that made me feel worried. "They're coming to fight us," Oni said quietly. He was my best friend and the smartest Oni on the island. I can see it in their faces. "But why?" I asked. "We have never hurt anyone. We have only helped people." Keone, who was the strongest of us all, picked up a large wooden club. "If they want to fight, we must protect our families," she said. I didn't want to fight, but I knew Keone was right. Behind us on the island were our parents, our children, and our elderly relatives. They were counting on us to keep them safe. The boat reached our beach, and 4 figures jumped out. The leader was a young human man wearing colorful clothes. Behind him came a dog, a monkey, and a pheasant. I had never seen such strange traveling companions before. "I am Momotaro," the young man shouted, holding his sword high in the air. "I have come to defeat the evil Oni and take back all the treasure you have stolen from innocent people." I stepped forward with my hands raised to show that I didn't want to fight. "Wait," I called out. "You are wrong about us. We are not evil, and we have not stolen anything. We are peaceful people who only want to help others." But Momotaro didn't listen to my words. "Lies," he shouted. "Everyone knows that Oni are wicked creatures who cause nothing but trouble. I will not let you hurt any more innocent people." His animal friends prepared to attack. The dog showed his sharp teeth, the monkey picked up stones to throw, and the pheasant spread his wings wide to look more frightening. "Please," I tried again. "Come to our village and see how we really live. Meet our families. See our gardens and our schools. You will understand that we are not monsters." For a moment, Momotaro seemed to hesitate. Maybe he could see the sadness in my eyes. Maybe he could hear the truth in my voice. But then his dog barked loudly, and his monkey chattered angrily, and his determination returned. "I will not be fooled by your tricks," Momotaro said. "Everyone in the human world knows what Oni really are. You may look peaceful now, but I know you are planning something evil." That's when I realized that nothing I could say would change his mind. Humans had been telling stories about us for so long that they believed their own lies. To them, we would always be monsters, no matter what we actually did. The battle began when Momotaro's pheasant flew straight at my face with his sharp claws. I had to duck quickly to avoid being hurt. Oni and Keone moved to stand beside me, and together we tried to defend ourselves without seriously hurting our attackers. But we were not prepared for this kind of fight. We were used to helping people, not fighting them. Momotaro and his friends had clearly been training for this battle for a long time. They worked together like a real team, and their attacks were fast and well planned. The dog bit my leg, making me fall to the ground. The monkey threw stones that hit Keone in the head, making her dizzy and confused. The pheasant used his sharp beak to attack Oni's eyes, and my best friend cried out in pain. "Stop!" I shouted as loudly as I could. "We don't want to hurt you. We only want to live in peace." But my words meant nothing to them. Momotaro jumped over me with his sword ready to strike. I rolled away just in time, but I could feel the sharp blade cut through the air where my head had been only seconds before. I looked toward our village and saw that some of the other Oni had heard the fighting. They were starting to come down to the beach to help us. I saw my old father walking slowly toward us, carrying the staff that showed he had once been our leader. I saw my young sister running behind him, her eyes wide with fear and confusion. "No," I called to them. "Stay away. Don't come here. It's too dangerous." But they couldn't hear me over the noise of the battle. My father was old and moved slowly. My sister was young and didn't understand how serious this was. If they came too close, Momotaro might hurt them too. I had to end this fight quickly, before my family got involved. I picked up my own weapon, a simple wooden stick that I used for fishing, and tried to push Momotaro and his friends back toward their boat. For a few minutes, it seemed like I might be able to do it. I was bigger and stronger than any of them, and I was fighting to protect the people I loved most in the world. I managed to knock the dog away from Aoni and help my friend get back on his feet. But then, Momotaro did something that I had not expected. He pulled out a small bag and threw some kind of powder into the air. The powder had a strange smell that made me feel weak and dizzy. My vision became blurry, and my arms felt too heavy to lift. "Magic powder from the wise old woman who sent me on this quest," Momotaro explained as I fell to my knees. "It works especially well against Oni." Aoni and Kioni were also affected by the powder. They collapsed beside me, unable to move or fight anymore. We were completely helpless. Momotaro stood over me with his sword pointed at my heart. "This is the end for you, evil Oni," he said. "The world will be safer without monsters like you." I looked up at him, and for the first time, I felt truly angry. Not because I was about to die, but because he would never know the truth about us. He would go back to the human world and tell everyone that he had defeated terrible monsters. The stories about Oni being evil would continue, and humans would never learn that we had only wanted to help them. "You're wrong about us," I said with my last breath. "We were never your enemies. We were only trying to protect the people we love, just like you are." Momotaro's sword came down, and everything went dark. When the other Oni found our bodies on the beach the next morning, they also found something else. Momotaro had taken some of our most precious possessions, not gold or jewels, but the simple tools we used for fishing and farming. To him, these things probably looked like stolen treasure. He would never know that we had made them ourselves with our own hands. My father buried us on the hill overlooking the sea, in the place where we used to sit and watch for ships that might need our help. He carved our names into 3 simple stones and planted flowers around our graves. The story that Momotaro told when he returned home became famous throughout the human world. People sang songs about the brave young hero who defeated the evil Oni and recovered stolen treasure. They never knew that the treasure was just fishing nets and farming tools, and they never knew that the evil Oni were actually gentle people who had spent their lives helping others. Our island became quiet after that. The remaining Oni were too afraid to help sailors anymore, in case more heroes came to save the world from us. Ships still crashed in storms near our shores, but now there was no one to rescue the people on them. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if Momotaro had listened to me that day. If he had come to our village and met our families, if he had seen our children playing and our elders telling stories, if he had understood that we were not so different from humans after all. But I know that some stories are too old and too strong to change. Sometimes people believe what they want to believe, even when the truth is standing right in front of them. This is my story, the true story of what happened on Oni Island. I hope that someday, someone will remember that there are always two sides to every tale, and that the real monsters are sometimes the ones we create in our own minds.